shore. Na 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 na. Got to get that feeling.
Hello, loves. I have amazing Lexi and Davey Joe tonight. Yay! So honored, so honored. We are talking about the upcoming retreat to Thailand. Yes, I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us, whatever you want to tell us.
No.
Okay. So I guess maybe a little backstory is good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe that's a good place to start. Thailand, I've been going to Thailand for years. I was supporting a good friend of mine in leading Thai massage retreats. And his name is Michael Sitzer. If you ever want to learn Thai massage in North Carolina, he's an amazing Thai massage teacher and a really, really amazing guy. I studied Thai massage with him like a good bit. And my first time going to Thailand was with him to study Thai massage. And we just really connected during that time. And he asked me if I would teach yoga for his future retreats. And I said, absolutely. Yes. So I just kind of like toured with him a little bit over the past few years. And Thailand just like, it just spoke so deeply to my life journey. It like has this ability, the land itself has this ability to really open you up to yourself, to your own journey. You know, and I think anytime you travel and you like kind of shake up your day-to-day life and you get out of your routine, that happens also, you know. And it's been so profound going there. And he's the one who introduced me to the retreat center and the people at the retreat that we're going to be going to do our own retreat, because I fell in love with the owner and the space that she's built there. It's just profound and beautiful, and the region is really beautiful. It's more like in the country and has a beautiful landscape and geography, and also some incredible temples and caves and excursions and all that kind of stuff. It's like right in that area. So it's really convenient for that, and like easy to get around, and a lot of fun and a lot to do. And this retreat is like really for me personally is like it's a big movement for me into a new position in my life, you know, because I've supported so many other people in their retreats or their workshops or their yoga studios. You know, I've always been like a support, and this is a moment where I've really stepped in as a facilitator and a leader, and the vision is also largely, you know, something that has moved through me. So in that way, in all these ways, it's really, really such a wonderful journey for me. And then getting to share space with so many amazing people that are attracted to doing such things. It's a beautiful experience.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So explain what you're going to be offering.
Yeah, so this retreat is such a beautiful blend of exploring and really getting to know and experience the culture of Thailand, the nature, and also really going deep within to connect with your true self. So this retreat kind of weaves all of these things, connecting with like that inner playfulness and coming back to coming back home to your truth, your innate joy that's within, and Thailand really brings that out. So we explore and get to venture out to temples and caves and waterfalls and hikes. We get to connect with elephants, these two beautiful elephant sisters, Bun Surt and Chandi. that our dear friend Dao introduced to us. These are her babies. She actually rescued them from being separated when they were young, and who knows where they would have ended up. So they roam freely and have so much land and space and jungle to just be themselves. And so that's a really special part of this, getting to hike with them and get to know them and connect with them. So that's been such a blessing to be able to connect with Dao and these elephants, where we know that they're really being treated the way that we would want to support. And then we also have the opportunity to give back to the community, to this local school. What is the tribe called again?
The Karen.
The Karen tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely a highlight for me, is getting the opportunity to give back to these kids, getting to meet them and just give back. It's such a beautiful, beautiful experience. We get to dance and connect with community. Those who are attracted to come onto this retreat, I find, are very special beings. It's a venture to go to Thailand, and there's this trust that is involved in order to say yes to something like this. And so if you say yes to this, you're ready, you're ready. And there's a part of you that's resonating with this, which is really special to see who comes and joins. And that's one of the most special parts from last year. I can speak to that as like the group that came together. We just became family. Mm-hmm. And we really supported each other, going deep within spiritually, and also just supporting each other and feeling safe to go deep, to be vulnerable, to explore ourselves, and to really have fun exploring Thailand. So the community that we're surrounded by is absolute blessing. And then the space that we're staying in is just breathtakingly beautiful. Like, we could just stay there the whole time and be satisfied. No. We explore a lot outside, but it's a really nice balance of like having that time to integrate and be grounded at Maladara and enjoy that space, because it is so precious and so beautiful. And at Maladara, they've created all of these beautiful adobe homes. So you feel like you've like moved in. You're like, okay, this is my new home. I remember we would like go out on our excursions and we're like, oh, I can't wait to get home. Like just a few days and we're already calling it home, They have a saltwater pool, which is so lovely. They have a herbal steam, which is really fun. We're going to do that twice during this retreat, which is amazing. You actually get to create this like edible herbal scrub. You get to put whatever you want in it. And then we go into this lemongrass herbal cave that's on the property there. And we scrub ourselves, and then we come out and we dump water up, and there's a fire, we dance. And all of this is optional. This is your retreat. So I think that's really important to note, is that everything is optional. This is for you. But we really do set it up in a way that allows you to go deep within. So each morning we offer yoga and contemplation, Dharma talks, japa, meditation, silence. And then we have brunch and these nourishing vegan meals throughout the experience, which is also a highlight. The food at Maladara is so pure, so satisfying. You just feel so good. So anything you want to add?
I mean, that's, without going into detail on things, that's really the gist of the retreat. But like Lexi is saying, the balance of finding your playful self, or the playful like aspect of yourself, and really embracing that, but at the same time developing the ability to kind of find the courage to look at all the stuff that keeps you from feeling free, like all the the past experiences that we've had that make us feel limited.
Yeah, the fear. Yeah.
Everybody has this stuff. Nobody gets a pass as far as going through life, especially as a child and as a teenager and as a young adult and throughout all of life, nobody gets a pass without, taking on some degree of suffering. And this is something that we really meet directly. And it's something that I personally have just committed my life to, because, I suffered so much especially as a teenager and in my 20s. And I had a really, really, really hard time. And I'm so blessed to have found my way out of all of that darkness, and not only found my way out, but have really found my way into a really profound joy and enthusiasm for life. And it's all through these methods or meditations or practices. Those words are so limiting to what it really is,
Yeah.
But it really circles all back to really looking at yourself, really finding what your real self is, because we all kind of have this imagination about what we are, what we want to be. But if we look at what we actually are in every moment, we really learn a lot, and we learn a lot about what it really means to be happy, what it really means to find happiness, what it really means to feel fulfilled with our lives. And these are things that everybody wants. Every human being in the world wants to feel fulfilled, happy, and peaceful. And we really go deep into what keeps us from feeling that way, because it's not even so much about attaining that or collecting things so that we can feel happy, fulfilled, and peaceful. It's really about what's in the way of it, And this is something that we don't let you leave without at least taking a good look,
And this really becomes a way of life, you know. That's what's so beautiful about this retreat, is you're leaving with a way of a new way of really holding yourself through life, of showing up for yourself, a new way of life, a new way of being. And so it's not just let's just do this for a little while we're here. If you want to, if you're willing to, you can really integrate this into your life and allow this to be a way of life for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's beautiful because every single one of them who did go, all of us had a huge healing experience.
Yeah, including us. It's always a profound journey. And that's what's nice about we kind of knew from the beginning this would be an annual thing. And no matter how many times you go, I've been to Maladara Eco Resort in Thailand, the same exact place. This coming year, 2024, will be my 5th time at the same place, and it never gets old, the space itself just being as beautiful as it is. And she's always upgrading and moving things around. But also, the journey is always unique. The travel there is always special and unique, and sometimes it has struggle and difficulty, and it's a little uncomfortable. My first time going there was a huge delay. I missed flights, and I was by myself at that time. So it was I really paid my dues to get to Thailand the first time. And not to scare anybody, you know what I mean? But it's all part of the journey, especially when you set out to go and do something, and either to heal or to find purpose or to deepen your spiritual connection or connect with people or to purify your humanity, whatever you're going for, you have some kind of grand intention. The whole journey supports you in that, whatever that is. And one of the main things that we end up touching on is a little sneak peek, I suppose, which may not be all that attractive, but it's really a key feature in finding joy and purpose in your life, is not relying on comfort to be happy. This is a huge part of being happy, is not relying on comfort to be happy, and when we take the time to go into that discomfort and kind of open it up be with it and discover why it's uncomfortable, or whatever else might come along with it. We really learn so much, and we build strength, and we build integrity and courage, and these are qualities that really support our ultimate joy and our freedom and all that good stuff.
Yeah, the whole journey is a lesson. And I think that's a big takeaway too, is allowing every moment to be a lesson that allows you to evolve. And I remember one of the first lessons that you all had, because we all had such a smooth sail, right? Last time, we were so blessed. All of our flights were so smooth. Everyone actually on the other side, we were already in Thailand awaiting everyone's arrival. And everybody got to fly together, which was amazing to be able to do that. But one of the first lessons was almost all the luggage besides Sunshine's. So it did not come in time. And I remember everyone, oh no, but that was the first lesson. And then it arrived the very next day on our doorstep awaiting us. And what a relief, but that was the first lesson in releasing attachment.
Right.
Toward things and trusting that it will come, it will come if I want to, but yeah, so everything is a lesson leading you to more deeply liberation, you could say.
Yeah. And it's funny because they all said afterwards that they didn't even use half the stuff that they packed, right?
Yeah, and that's something too. I remember you telling me not to pack too much because there's so many amazing shopping opportunities. They're so inexpensive, and everybody makes their own clothing and their own goodies, handmade things. This scarf representing.
Actually, I'm wearing a tank that I bought there too. So the shopping was amazing. Everything was amazing.
It truly was.
Yeah.
Any takeaways for you, Sunshine? Anything you want to share about being on the first retreat?
Well, I had such an amazing experience. Just meeting everybody and being in your presence, and just my first night. Every time I go away, my first night, I get a huge healing, during the night. So my first night, I always wake up crying, cleansing, just being on the land. And my takeaway, I was going because I always said, people always tell me, you need to receive, you're always giving. And that was my take on it, to receive. And, we did a ceremony, and first thing that was downloaded was like, you receive every time you give, so it was so beautiful.
So beautiful.
And meeting everybody, like you said, family, so beautiful. And then those children, we went to that school, and, 41 children sharing the same toothbrush, is, unheard of here in where we're located. And it's such a beautiful thing to see other parts of the world and see what they have and what they don't have, and being grateful for everything that you have on your own. You're gonna make me cry again.
That's good.
It was amazing to see how far our money could go there. We were able to buy all of them their own toothbrushes, a bunch of toothpaste, new shoes, new pants. For all 41 kids, we got soaps and detergent and all of these essentials that they really needed. And And we were able to fix something in the school too.
Mhm.
So it was just so amazing to see everyone contributing and to see what came of that, to see what we
Yeah.
were able to do from that. And I know that that just sparked something in everybody's hearts
Oh
to be,
my goodness.
wow, we contributed to this. And we had some people bring clothing from here and offer these like hand-me-downs that are just were just precious to them.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they were just in awe of what they had brought. So
And
it was-
and I know one of the sisters brought magic markers and crayons and all that good stuff, you know. So yeah, that's such a beautiful experience. So yeah.
Mm.
And for me, the experience with the kids was really important, actually, because, you know, when we receive something, you know, it's important that it's good to balance that.
Yeah.
You know, if I just go to Thailand and I just receive and I just take from it,
Right.
I'm a little bit of a thief in doing that, you know. Not to be so harsh about it, but like, I was really grateful to have the opportunity to do something like this, because Thailand has given me so much. And, you know, I've given back in some ways, as far as supporting the locals by buying their materials and buying their goods and stuff like that. And that is really supportive, you know, but at the same time, this was a level of giving back to the place that has supported me so much on my life path. That it finally like met up with the par that I was on in receiving. I felt, you know, for me, it felt like a harmony, a balance of like, here's a place where I'm really making a kind of a big difference. You know, I mean, we provided them with, you know, a year's worth of goods, you know, things that they're going to use every day, you know. And then next year when we go, we're going to be able to give them all a brand new toothbrush. They're like, that's awesome. You know, and whatever else they might need. So I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to give back to Thailand, and even in a small way, for what it's given. It's a beautiful thing.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
And important.
Yeah.
You know, and not a lot of people know about that, you know, even here in America. Volunteer, give. It's so important.
Yeah.
It's another one of those little secrets that's written in life, is there's a false assumption that the more I get for myself, the happier I'll be. That is completely false. And we know that for a fact. There's a little secret written in life that the more you give, the more you help, you know, even in small ways, the more joy you have in your life. It's just there. It's there, and it's obvious. So it's beautiful.
Beautiful. I love it. And the resort itself, you know, somebody was inquiring and asked about AC, and I was like, yeah, there's AC in the huts.
The huts are luxurious.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely live in that for life.
Yeah.
Really. I didn't even turn mine on though, because we had such a breeze because we were on a rice field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was so gorgeous.
Yeah, and the time of year that we go also is really the coolest time of year in Thailand. It gets very hot around this time now, but in February and March, it's like really, really moderate. It'll get hot. It'll get up in the 90s during the day, but it'll drop as low as, you know, upper 60s in the evening, which is quite cool in the mornings.
Yeah.
It's really
and
nice.
We're in waterfalls and caves, right? So, during the day, so we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's no problem.
Yeah.
Did you want to add, Lexi?
I don't know. No. I mean, I feel like we've spoke a lot about just the magic of it. and just sitting with like, what else, what else can we say about this magic trip? It was really cool to create it, the first one, to weave our magic and create like our first retreat together was really special.
Oh yeah.
And that's how we came up with the Earth, Moon, and Sun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cool because we have like Earth, Moon, and Sun. Now we have some sunshine mixed in, Yeah, so just weaving all of our medicine together. Yeah, the way of the earth, grounding, connecting with nature, connecting with our bodies, with ourself, our emotions. And then Davey Joe's way. It's kind of like we're meshing all of our ways together. All medicine, what really like speaks to each one of us. And it's so beautiful to get to have some of your medicine on this trip too.
Yeah.
I'm honored. And it's so beautiful because we, all three of us, have been through so much struggle in life, and to get together and do this and help others, it's such a beautiful paying it forward,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can share a little bit, another really valuable part of it that's more optional, even though like everything's optional, but even more optional than all of that stuff is the Sakyant tattoos.
Oh yeah.
That's a really cool thing for me, because that's another huge part of why Thailand has had such a powerful impact on me, is because, so for those who may not know, they have an ancient way of tattooing. It's a super old traditional form of hand poke tattooing. They use this big needle and they use it like a pool cue, and they tattoo. And originally it was done for warriors to protect them. And the Thai people, and even before it was like Thailand, this is how far it goes. It goes back further than like the nation of Thailand. So that's important to acknowledge, because there's a blurred line of even in countries now that have the same traditions. And they found that these mantras that come all the way from the Buddha, and even before the Buddha, have these like powers to them. They have the ability and the power to offer whatever the nature of the mantra is. So for example, if it's a prosperity thing, or if it's a protection thing, or if it's an enlightenment thing, they found that these words, these mantras, and even the writing has a power to it. And so they would tattoo these very specific phrases or mantras onto the warriors when they went into battle, before they would go into battle, to keep them protected. And then also it started to like weave its way into, all the monks have, a lot of the monks have the tattoos also. And then even for regular lay people, they have them also, just to guide their lives, even with business and all these types of things that we have to like be a part of in the world to, feed ourselves, and even in modern days. But the tattoos themselves, as the tradition goes, is in the Thai Buddhism, they have like virtues that you live by if you're a Buddhist. So if you're a monk, there's like 272 virtues that the monks live by, very specific. And then the lay people, there's like 5, to make it, more manageable for the lay people. And it's really simple things. It's like, don't steal things, don't kill anybody or anything, be compassionate and kind, But another one of them is not to take recreational drugs or drink alcohol, to alter your mind for recreation. In other words, is a good way of looking at it. And because the nature, and they don't say it's like it's a bad thing, but it'll drain the power of the tattoo. And not everybody lives by it so religiously, but at the same time, the way that it opened up for me is, I wasn't sure that I wanted one, because I was drinking alcohol at the time. I wasn't sure if I was ready to give it up. And the way that it ended up working out for me, the monk was just a profound energy, a profound presence, who offered me the tattoo. And I actually, last minute, I said, no, I don't want one. And he said, I have a special one that I want to give you. And he gave me this one. It's on my throat here.
Yeah.
And it was so painful, but such a beautiful experience. You know, he's like stabbing me in the throat with the needle. And it was so incredibly painful, but he's like whispering prayers in my ear.
Yeah.
And it's just this beautiful ceremony, this beautiful ritual. And I felt so touched and so blessed. I was like, I can't stray from this tradition just because of how honored I felt. I was like, I'm in it fully, you know. So I really adopt the virtues, and I really take it to heart. And I haven't had a drink of alcohol in 5 years because of it, and it was such a huge upgrade in my spiritual journey. So we offer that on the retreat as optional, and I think we had 7 people do it.
We had a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and commit to sobriety. Like
I did it.
Yeah, how amazing is that?
I was already sober, but I did it.
Right. It's a beautiful thing, and I was so inspired by everybody who did it. You know, because it's a powerful thing to like commit to and really say, you know, I'm gonna live by these ways of life. So
yeah,
I was inspired from those who didn't do it too, because they were honest. You know, I thought that was really powerful. Equally. Yeah, because they're like, honestly, they didn't just do the tattoo to do the tattoo and really commit, you know. They took a good look at what they were ready to do, and they made that choice from their heart. So I thought, because I know some of them was like, I really want the tattoo, you know, I really want the tattoo, but if I honestly look at myself, I'm not ready to commit to that. And just to be that honest, I thought was really powerful as well. So, and then we had the opportunity to get a sacred tattoo from Thailand, but just not a sakyant. So still got the opportunity. We still took them to those who wanted to get a tattoo from Thailand, still got the opportunity.
Yeah. And that's beautiful, you know, that you honored both, you know, traditions. So that's beautiful. That was one of my, I mean, you guys know that every single moment that I was there, I was, you know, but that was another special moment. And just the monk alone, you know, saying the prayers, tears, you know, coming down my eyes, and just his touch, you know, rubbing the gold on my tattoo. Oh my goodness. So amazing. So amazing.
Yeah, it's a really special moment.
Yeah.
To get the opportunity to receive that and to be like infused with prayer.
Yeah.
Also like allowing that pain to be almost like a transmission of prayer in a way. And like a commitment, you know, you're moving through this pain. And like what a beautiful way to like really commit to something.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I remember coming home, going back to the resort. We were actually, one of our family members, the taxi driver was talking about staying in Thailand. And she was like, what? And I was like, do it. You got to do it, you know? And she's not there now, but she still hasn't come. Has she come home from Long Island?
She just got back. Okay. So she was in Thailand for maybe a few months more, and then went to India for maybe a month, and she just got back.
Oh, I love it. I'll have to reach out.
Yeah.
Get some of her magic, you know? Beautiful. Yeah. The whole experience was, and the organization was amazing. And, you know, I've been on several retreats, and this was absolutely best. And I'm coming back, baby.
There are a few others from the first retreat who are considering coming again.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we had so much support, and Lexi really put in a lot of legwork doing organizing the excursions and the rides, but we had a lot of support because I've experienced the exact same excursions previously in Thailand, so I was used to it. And then also the same woman who owns the elephants, she we gave her our schedule, and her husband spent like an hour just basically arranging it for us by talking to everybody, because it's easier because they speak Thai and we don't.
Right.
So they made phone calls for us, and they did like for free. They didn't even have to do that. And, they kind of set the whole thing up for us. So we were like so blessed, you know?
Yeah. And everything was smooth, you know?
So smooth.
And if it wasn't, we were like, okay, then that's not what we're doing. We're doing this, you know?
which is also smooth.
Flowing with it. Yeah. And the singing and the dancing, it's just such beautiful connections. Beautiful connections.
So joyful.
Yeah. And we were laughing the whole time, crying a little bit too, but laughing the whole time. Like we had that inner child, and just, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was, I think, equally, and this was the intention too, but equally as much fun as it was like deep.
Yeah. So, does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I was just going to say I can go over some frequently asked questions.
Okay, there you go.
So is it all inclusive, and what does that mean? So this time we've made it completely, absolutely all inclusive. So the only thing that's not included would be the optional Sakyan tattoo, one-on-one work with Sunshine, Purple Love, an extra Thai body work if you want it. We did include this time because it's just so amazing. A Thai body work massage. So one Thai body work, hour-long massage is included. And the only thing else that's not included would be your flight, your round trip flight. But one of the things that I think is so important and that I love is that we meet you at the airport. I just love that. I remember like feeling so giddy waiting for your arrival, and also just like have been from traveling somewhere, a long travel, you know, to arrive in this new country. I feel like it feels really good to be greeted by faces that you know.
Yeah.
So that's really special. We greet you, and then you get a ride back to the airport afterwards, all inclusive. There's 3 meals a day, vegan, that's included. Amazing, nourishing food. I can't
So good.
like enough about how amazing the food is.
I gained 5 pounds while I was there. Just saying, on vegan food. I just kept going back up.
Yeah, it's like buffet style, so you can really feast if you want to. But you feel so good.
So good.
So good. Some other questions. Oh, are there payment plans? Yes, absolutely. I love payment plans. I'm all about it. It feels much more digestible to be able to slowly chew off the payments over time. So we're about like 8 months in advance. So you can have up to like 6 months to pay, make like a monthly payment if that works best for you. Let's see, any other questions? Any questions from the gallery?
No, nobody has asked questions.
Nobody? Okay.
Thailand's pretty easy as far as like you just buy a ticket and go.
Right.
You don't need to do a visa. You don't need to, and nowadays you don't need any insurance or anything like that. You just need your passport that has 6 months, you know, from the time you'll be there, 6 months before expiration. But other than that, like, that's it. You know, you buy your plane ticket and you show up and they're like, hey, everybody, welcome.
Yeah. And it was so easy. And actually what's the flight? Connecting flight was immediate. So they actually greeted us where'd we land? In China, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they greeted us as we were coming off the first flight, and they walked us through to the connecting flight. Like people were like, who are these people? But they let us go through security, everything. We were like, hey, we felt like celebrities. But they were very, very good. Very
Amazing.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and there's definitely this feeling of you just feel so safe when you're there.
Yeah.
Especially where we're going to be taking you. It's just so safe. The people are so kind, so supportive. I've never felt so safe leaving the country, or even in this country. Like, I feel so safe in Thailand.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Yeah, even in the city, like we're going to do a couple of excursions to the city, so we can do some shopping, because it's like, if you like to shop, it's like the best shopping situation, because there's so much handmade stuff, and there's like so much different stuff. You can buy a gorgeous handmade guitar if you want, and then you can buy a pair of shoes. You can buy a pair of chopsticks. Like there's so much stuff, and it's such a great support for the locals, but and it's also just like fun. It's this huge street market. It's huge.
Yeah.
Like you can walk for hours there, but even that is like really, really safe. Even if you wandered off and got lost in the city, like it's okay. Like it's totally fine. Chiang Mai is like that. I can't speak for any other cities in Thailand, but this particular city is like, it's just so safe, and people there are so supportive. I've gotten lost there before, and in like the middle of the night, and Thai people were like so helpful. They were like doing everything that they could to help me find my way back, and it was really great to feel that.
And we did a buddy system, right? When we went shopping, and we also, you guys encouraged the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Right. So we had communication.
Yep.
So yeah, the shopping. I got shoes. I got so many beautiful things.
And we'll do two shopping sprees this time. So one in the beginning. So if you
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Empty-handed, you'll have stuff that you can wear throughout your journey, throughout the retreat, which is nice. And then we'll do one towards the end, because everyone just loved being able to go into the city and experience the shopping. So we have such a nice amount of time this time.
Yeah.
I think last retreat was about like 7 nights, 8 days, something like that. So we've extended it. So it's 11 days or 12 days, 11 nights.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is really special. And I feel like great, because it's a journey to get there. So to be able to spend at least 10 days, I feel is important, really ground in, really take advantage of being there.
Yeah. We have a question.
Yeah, so we can connect with Tao and see what's needed. They oftentimes will let us know what's needed. So we check in maybe like a few months in advance to see what's needed, and then they tell us exactly what's needed.
Yeah, when it gets closer, even when we're there, we'll connect with Tao, the woman who's associated with the school, and she'll let us know specifically what might be needed. And also, though, money is good too, because in one particular case, there's like a maintenance man who works there. He's like a janitor, but he's also the cook, and he's also the guy who like fixes anything if it breaks, and they don't really have funding to fix anything. So if a toilet breaks, it comes out of pocket. And also that guy who does everything doesn't get paid.
Right.
He does it completely as a volunteer.
Yeah.
And that to me is like heartbreaking, because he's there every day cooking for the kids, and he's there to fix things. He's there to clean everything every day. It's one guy cleaning up after everybody. I'm sure he has help from some of the other staff and the teachers and everything, but he doesn't get paid at all. And that to me is heartbreaking. So that was another thing we were able to do. Like one of the, actually our yoga teacher, Dion, who we're so excited to have as a part of the journey. He gave the guy like a good chunk of cash. Like he hooked him up.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's hard. Like people are crying when this is happening because this is new for them. The Thai massage retreat we did right before, which gave us all the connections. That was the first time anybody really went there to help these people, you know, and they're close to closing the school down, but not anymore because of us, you know, and that's like really, really special. So we're making a really big change in this little world, you know, and these 41 kids and these like 3 or 4 or 5 staff members who live there, and then their families in this little like world in this country that, you know, that is having a bit of a hard time in that area. We get to really make big change. So it's so beautiful. It's awesome.
Yeah. Jilly and Kelly want to know where they can donate.
Yeah, if you want to donate, we can connect afterwards, and I'll set that up for sure.
Beautiful. Yeah, because that's what a lot of us ended up doing, was just donating money. And then you guys shopped before we even got there and got all the supplies and stuff.
Yeah.
And
right. And then we were able to all give to the kids together.
Right. Yeah.
But it was a journey to find all like the size shoes and to gather everything. So we did that a few days before you all arrived, which worked out really well. And
Really
we enjoyed doing that too.
It was fun. Yeah.
But it would have been a lot for the whole group.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I found that was easier because it's a lot. If you brought like 50 pairs of shoes from the US to there, it wouldn't even make sense because shoes are so much less expensive in Thailand, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, we had everyone donate, and I would say everyone donated around like $50 to even $100. And it just went so far. I think altogether we had like $400, and we were able to get all of that stuff that I mentioned earlier. So a little goes a long way.
A long way. Well, that's what I turned in, was $400 to get Thai money, and it came to 1,200, I think 1,200.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
12,000.
Yeah.
12,000.
And I was like, damn, I am rich, you know?
Yeah.
So to get that for the children, for the school, that was just amazing.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah. That's a blessing.
Such a blessing. Yeah. So if you're not going, then yeah.
Yeah, and I know that they do have something that's some people set up where they're donating a small amount monthly. So please reach out to us, because we'll find out the information and we'll let you know if you want to donate $1 a month, you know, or if you towards us, and we'll buy something specific that they need. Or we can just send it right over to Dow, and she can support them that way. So yeah, we can connect on that and see what would work best for you and for them.
Wow.
It's going to turn into the nicest school in Thailand.
So fun.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Anything else you want to say? Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. I think that pretty much covers it. You know, the only thing I can say is if you're ready to really have a blast on your spiritual journey, this is a good place to go.
Yeah.
You know, because it can sometimes there can feel like a heaviness, and sometimes it can be terrifying, you know, to do some of the really deep spiritual work. It can be scary, you know, and I'm testifying here. I've gone through a lot of fear in like unraveling the old conditions, you know, and the old beliefs, because those old conditions and beliefs make us feel safe too. Even though we suffer from them, they make us feel safe because it's familiar and it's comfortable and it's what we were taught, you know. So we really, it's enlivening to offer something like this, because it's really been on my journey what's actually really developed a beautiful efficiency with spiritual work and progress in making sure there's joy involved with it and playfulness involved with it, and not just like shadow stuff, or not just
Right.
Giving up things or renouncing things, or discipline, and all that stuff is great and wonderful and important, but at the same time, to really find a healthy balance that allows for joy the whole time. And the retreat is not a vacation. At least that's not our intention, is to give you a spiritual vacation. It's to really like kind of ingrain within everybody all of these things, the discipline. We're going to show up every morning and do the same practice every morning. And we're going to also learn how to contemplate in between the moments where we're actually doing spiritual practice, and when we're not. So we have this like unbroken stream of connection with the divine. That's really a huge part of the intention with this, is to give everybody a way of living in like this consistent connection with yourself, with your body, with God, with the divine, and to not waste any moment in your life, and to do it all with joy, to do it all like play like a child, a child playing freely is our intention of sharing that you can do that and also do really deep spiritual work at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any interest that's been sparked from listening to this, please know you can reach out to any of us. We're here to support you if you have any questions. If there's any fear that's arising, but you also feel like a deep yes inside, then maybe lean into the yes, even though there's some fear. Like you were just saying, fear sometimes comes up to keep us from really growing and evolving and doing that thing that we know is going to be so good for transmuting those conditions and programs and patterns.
Right.
And
I love it. One of my girlfriends said, "Oh, I want to go so bad." And I said, "Who's stopping you?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we can really make it happen. If this feels like a yes, and there's like this belief that like, no, I can't afford it, or no, it's too far, but there's this deep yes, just know that you can really listen to that yes and choose to kind of let go of the beliefs that you can't.
Yeah.
Because that belief is going to show up in all of these other ways throughout your life. That's going to hold you back from doing these epic things that are meant for your evolution, that's meant for your growth, and meant for play and fun, and to really explore the world. Some of the greatest moments I think we've all shared in Thailand. And it's so special. So So if you're feeling the call, just know that you can listen, and if there is any resistance, we're here to hold space and listen to what's coming up for you, and to support you in any way. We're happy to do so. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it comes to money, if money's tight for you, put it out there. You don't need to let, even if it is tight for you and that's legit, like honor that and everything, but open yourself. If you really feel connected with this, open yourself up to it happening for you. And then money will come to support you. Life wants to support your spiritual growth. It moves for you. Life will reconfigure for you to go if it is aligned for you. It will happen. And this is another testimony. This isn't like some fancy, new age talk about how we would like things to be. This is a testimony of my life. My first time going to Thailand, I didn't have the money. I couldn't afford it. And it happened. The money just like came and like, go. So
true. Yeah.
Limits. If it's aligned for you, it will happen.
We are so supported.
Yeah. And money is such such a blocker for so many people, you know, and people put money, it's energy. Put love into money. Every time you receive money, say thank you. Every time you pay a bill, say thank you.
Awesome.
I love money. Money flows to me. You
Yeah.
know, think differently about money.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, it's going to start appearing. And Lexi said that she'll do payment plans for you, you know, send her a little something once, you know, once a month. It's, you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
And it's not even, you know, the whole experience is priceless.
Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. It's a milestone in my life,
Yeah.
you know.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Mine 3.
Yay!
Yeah.
And I know everybody else too that went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much growth, so much healing, you
Mhm.
know?
Mhm.
And it's beautiful because it's a beginning.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now my life has begun. Not to say your life hasn't started yet, but
Right.
it really is. It's that degree of a milestone, or it can be. You know, it can be that degree of a milestone where you get back from it, and it's not like, oh man, I wish I was back there. It's like, I'm so glad I went there because now I can show up for life in such an amazing way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many people have, you know, just like you said, somebody stayed, you know, and went to all different temples and meditated every single day for
Yeah.
months. And then India,
Mhm.
somebody else changed jobs immediately when they got back. You know, it's
Mhm.
so much growth and so much healing. I have been blessed with so many people coming to see me since I've been back from Thailand. So it's just magic, 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 magic.
Yeah, truly.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
You have anything? I know, Davey, you have something coming up.
Oh yeah, I have it's called The Great Unraveling, which is it's the title to my book that may or may not come out in the next 10 years. It's a book that I'm working on.
That
But
will come out in the next 10 years.
well, it's funny because I sometimes I think I finish it and then I get a whole nother inspiration, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
giving it as much time as it needs. You know, I'm not in any rush to complete it. It's not even an intention to write a book. It's just every now and then this stuff just pours onto
Pours
paper.
out of you, yeah.
So The Great Unraveling, it's a specified workshop on karma, which is exciting because karma itself, just the idea of it since I was a teenager, was something that I've always really been interested in. And I really spent a lot of time kind of like looking into it in a way of like reading books, you know, and stuff like that, but also like kind of like applying the concept to my life and like seeing if it's real, you know what I mean? And for a long time, karma was really the only thing I believed in. I didn't even believe in God, you know, or anything like that. But I was like, karma's definitely real. And there's no way I can deny that. I was actually in a heavy metal band in my 20s called Dogs of Karma. And it's on Spotify if you want to check it out.
I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, the workshop is it's 3 hours long, and I'm going to go over, you know, specific types of karma because there's a few different kinds, and some other terms in Sanskrit terms from ancient India that are important to know when it comes to like starting to view the world with karma in mind, and understanding that karma is a thing that's happening, and to understand it helps you really transmute it and actually and it's really the core quality or the core essence to finding real freedom, you know, because emotionally and stuff like that we can work on stuff and heal, but to really understand karma is like, it's like really pulling the weeds by the roots, and really getting to the core and the source of what causes our suffering and our self-limitations and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a little bit on, kind of understanding what it actually is, like intellectually even. And then there'll be a little bit on, some examples, a lot of examples on like, so what is it really? Because it's a very subtle thing. It's a lot different than we really think. So I'm really going to go into detail on what it really is and what it really means and even why.
Yeah.
And then, we'll close out the day or the workshop with how do I set myself free from it?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And when are you hosting this?
This is June 10th. It's a Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m.
And it's free.
And it's free. Crazy, what a crazy thing to do these days. Yes.
I love it. I love it.
It's a free thing. Yeah. I just want to share, I just want to give. I'm doing it, to, kind of, it's just where I'm really at with it is I don't want anything from anybody. I really don't want anything from anybody. I just feel really called to share this stuff.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And Lexi, somebody asked if there was any fire dancing or any events coming up.
Yes. So usually I do the fire dance around the full moon, but I'm going away. I leave tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And so keep an eye out. I'm definitely going to do another fire dance class / ceremony this month, probably in the middle of the month, maybe. Keep an eye out for the date. And then I just released it's kind of like a mentorship journey for beings with wombs who bleed, who want to understand their bodies more deeply. I just completed and became a certified holistic doula. And this like womb medicine has been supporting me so much on my journey for years now, understanding my cycles and the phases. And then I also am an herbalist. And so I'm kind of weaving these two worlds to teach about different herbs and different methods of using herbs and how to create your own herbal medicine to support your menstrual cycle, to support fertility, to support menopause. We'll go over natural birth control, which is super important, fertility awareness method, natural birth, yoni steaming, and yes, a lot of good, amazing things that I love to speak on. So if there's any beings with wombs who are interested in learning more about that, you can message me on Instagram or email me.
Beautiful. And we have we have your cacao ceremony and Hardy's breathwork coming up.
Oh yeah, that's June 16th. We have some Purple Love and some music and other by Davey Joe. Yeah, I'm curious as to what you were just about to say.
I just wanted to comment on your workshop on the womb healing stuff. Is like, as a guy, learning about my partner's cycle has been so supportive for like our relationship. Just understand her body, because I'm a guy and I'm really blessed that I don't fluctuate monthly like he does, you know what I mean? And like it's so much, as a man, it's just so much easier to be more stable, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
And just witnessing her in the movements, and every man in the world who has a female partner witnesses this, and it's kind of like we'll never understand it, So her sharing with me about her journey through hormones and emotions and the whole cycle every month, has been so supportive for me to like just understand her better and to be able to support her better when she's going through whatever she's going through. And so for anybody who like takes it, it's not just beneficial to yourself. Your partner is going to really benefit if you share it with them. So
beautiful.
It's awesome.
That's true partnership right there, right? Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that. And I have a few workshops coming up too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, find your joy. I have one tomorrow at the Holistic Center in Smithtown. I have one in Miller Place on the 9th. So check out my stuff too, you know.
Yes.
And one-on-one appointments are always available. So yay. So I'm so grateful for both of you coming on and sharing your Thailand, retreat for us all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much
Yay.
for having us. And thank you all listeners who are here now with us and those who will listen to the recording. Thank you for being here. And many
love you.
love you.
Yes. All right. So let's say good night.
Good night. Thank you.
May we all be happy, healthy, wealthy, and free. Yeah.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Feel the right in the world of that for sure.